out of the tunnel. They're ready to go. We're ready to go, and it should be a good one as those New York Jets get set to face off with the Cleveland Browns. Two teams here fresh off Week 1 victories. Who can keep it going as we're underway on EA Sports?
Here we go.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now the third leading rusher among rookies last year, it's Nick Chubb. Oh, Chubb fumbled it. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's 2nd down now. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Mayfield. Marcel Darius flies in at 331 pounds for the sack. Well, it was 2nd long, now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
Mayfield in this Browns offense staring at a 3rd and long now after the sack. 3rd and long for Mayfield. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked by Pierre Desir, and the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. He was looking for Landry that time.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Let's go, D. Big Sears right here, so we got to step it up.
They'll run here with a former Steeler. This is Le'Veon Bell, and he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line.
On the tackle. 2 yards on the pickup.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
32-yard line.
Check 4, check 4. Check. Check hot route. Hot, hot. Red 80.
Here's Bell. 10 yards is the pickup, good enough for a Jet first down. Bell, of course, 3-time 1,000-yard rusher. Sat out 2018, but you look back to 2017, a tick under 1,300 yards and almost 700 more receiving. Now, after the run by Bell, here's another 1st and 10.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Red 80. Switch gears, switch gears.
A shotgun snap for Darnold. Caught here by Griffin. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Second and 3 at the 15-yard line.
Check 99, check 99.
On 2nd down, it's Bell. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. That play gets him 6 yards and sets them up with a 1st and goal.
But he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Caught here by Bell. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Le'Veon Bell. His 2nd touchdown on the season as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point by Moore, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. An opening for Chubb on first down as he dashes forward for about 7. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Mayfield to throw it. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's the one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12.
The Browns opted not to pick a running back with their first 2 selections at number 1 and 4 in the first round, but they circled back in the second round and got a really good one to Nick Chubb out of Georgia.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Jordan Jenkins. The blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8. Throwing on 2nd and long. Mayfield. And he's got the hook up to Landry. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 23 yards the pickup there. So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 41. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. He's got a first down and more inside the 30. And all the way down to the 25-yard line. A good play there as the Browns strike for 16 and a first down. Last week, of course, the great performance, over 200 yards. He still wants to be fed.
And they should. That's exactly what you should do. I've not yet met a running back that's run for over 200 yards.
And he loses the football a second time. And it's scooped up by the Jets. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Not the trend he wanted to start the season with a fumble lost in both weeks 1 and 2. Now, it's not a disaster, but certainly not what he was looking for.
Got to get that fixed because otherwise he shows up on every scouting report. I remember sitting in defensive rooms and hearing the scouting report from my coaches, and if someone had a particular problem carrying the ball and holding on to it, that was noted. Hey, make sure you get a little extra attention to him. Get after the football. He's dropped it the last couple of games. One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Throwing on 2nd and 8, Darnold. That's complete. It's Bell. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Give him 12 yards there, and the Jets have a first. You think about the 2 quarterbacks in this game with Darnold and Mayfield, and you think back to the 2018 draft. Gosh, leading up to that draft, the talk shows and all the rumors about who would go number 1. A lot of people thought it would be Sam Darnold going. Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked up by Greedy Williams, the rookie from LSU. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
That's right, baby. They don't want it. Go.
Following the interception, Mayfield under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. Jordan Jenkins able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Now Mayfield. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Avery Williamson. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Bell. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. That's what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Browns drive about to get started. Nothing for them yet from an offensive standpoint, down 10-zip as they come up 1st and 10. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. Brings it up just shy of the 25. Showed some of that quickness there on the move. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 23-yard line.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Here's Mayfield, and finding the tight end Hooper. And he'll be upended here after a pickup of 3, getting it out to the 25. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. Mayfield now, and it's complete. Hooper. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35.
It's a game of 10.
Hey, Steve 6. Steve 6.
54.
Point it right. Point it right. Point it right.
Watch 54. Watch 54.
Watch that. Watch that.
Mayfield on 1st down. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked by Pierre Desir. And it's a terrific return here as he's going to have him set up with a 1st and goal right at about the 6-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD. It feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
2nd and goal at the 9-yard line.
Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal.
50 to Mike. 50 to Mike. Watch the pass. Watch the pass. Here we go. Here we go. Switch. Switch.
Back to throw, Darnold. Looking for Perriman there. He's got him. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that's going to bring up an interesting 3rd and goal.
Go, Sack.
93's the mic. 93's the mic. Let's go, D. Watch time. Watch time. Tight end right. Tight end right. 3 down. 3 down.
Young lady.
Darnold from the gun. Noodle's got it, complete. That pass play good for 7, but it still brings up a 4th and goal.
Receivers love having the reputation of being go-to guys on 3rd down, and he was fighting like he really wanted to have that reputation, didn't he? I mean, he came very close to making that a 1st down.
Broke the 1 tackle, but couldn't spring himself free. And for the 2nd time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. Marr able to put this one through. And that'll push the lead up to 13-0. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. They find themselves down 13-0 here as they try to get things started offensively. 1st and 10. The drive starts with a completion left side. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now. We'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. Mayfield. Pressure comes and down goes Baker Mayfield. Blowing that play up was Henry Anderson. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Mayfield looks to throw. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver Landry. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on 3rd. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
57 to Mike. 57 to Mike. Pick it up, guys.
Hurry!
Mike 57. Check.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. Oh, he almost intercepted it. They're just forcing it into too many tough spots. That was almost a 4th pick of the game. And now 4th down. Well, the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3.
Hey, exit.
54, right there. 54, Mike. We got to get the ball, D. Get the ball right here.
Now Mayfield on 4th down. Open man is Taylor. He's got it. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12.
Here we go.
Well, it all came together on that one, didn't it?
Big-time throw on 4th.
Now, that had to feel good, didn't it? Taking that type of a gamble there and making it pay off. What a throw.
And tough as a receiver because no matter how perfect the pass, you know it's 4th down and you got to convert.
A little bit of extra pressure, but he overcame it.
Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Hey, two.
They'll throw again. Here's Mayfield. They'll find his man. That's Taylor again. Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves them with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Going to the air again with Mayfield. This will be caught at about the 6. The Browns will quickly use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
54, right there. 54, Mike.
Hey, Haywood.
Mike 5-4.
Mayfield with it once more. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Kareem Hunt, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a 2nd one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him.
At their own 26-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down. And
into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Greedy Williams, the rookie from LSU. That late in the clock, second quarter, why not just run it a time or two and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL and the high-powered offenses that you're facing may have forced them into saying, let's try and get some more points.
King.
Let's go tight end. Let's go right here now. You go tight. You got tight.
Pistol.
Shoot. Out.
Hey, Delta.
One set. Check right.
On 1st and 10, Mayfield. That one is caught by Hunt. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12. So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
We got this at their own 25-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. A final shot before the break, Darnold. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we've hit halftime, just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. And the Jets set to receive this third quarter kickoff, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in the second half. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Boy, the run on first down, a disaster as he's tackled well behind the line of scrimmage. It's a 6-yard loss on the play, and it'll make this a 2nd and long. Again, it's Bell. It's a gain of 4, but they're still looking up here at a tough 3rd and 11.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Let's go, D. Let's go.
Darnold off the play fake to Bell. He finds his target. It's Crowder. A big seam, and he might go all the way. And he takes this way down, deep into Cleveland territory. A big play there on the catch and run. 56 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Now Darnold. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Read it well, and it's picked. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. And again, it's Chubb. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down. The Jets will bring in a nickel set here as they try to stop this 3rd down.
Watch QB drop. 51 to Mike, boy, 51.
Hey, box drop, box drop. Let me know right now, you better bring it.
Working out of the gun, Mayfield. He finds Taylor, complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Mayfield hands to Chubb on the draw. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5.
King.
Play fake. Mayfield. On the move to his left. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
Hurry. Point it right.
Mayfield from the gun on 3rd down. He gets this into the hands of Taylor. And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. Quick slant there gets him the first down. 6 yards on the play. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Now they return to the ground game. Chubb. And he'll take it across midfield down into Jet territory. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 48-yard line.
Alert.
54 Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch the run.
From just shy of midfield, Mayfield under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. Steve McClendon, credit him for the sack.
3rd and 13.
Mayfield in this Browns offense staring at a 3rd and long now after the sack. 3rd and long for Mayfield. Flush to his right. And the pressure gets to him again. The sack by Jordan Willis.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Now this is fielded in the end zone. Great blocking, nearly sprung him there. 28-yard return. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
Back now here on EA Sports. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. They'll go again with Bell. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
It's 3rd down and 6.
Play action. It's Darnold. That is caught. It's Perriman. And he takes this way down deep into Cleveland territory. Big yardage that time for the Jets. 52 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a 1st down in the red zone.
Check 3. Slam, slam, slam. Check. Ready? Check.
And they'll try the jet sweep here. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a 1st down again.
And while we're seeing more and more of these plays come from the college game into the NFL, and that one, it was run with great success, how about the evolution of the offensive linemen? We're seeing less and less big guys who can't move and more guys who are a lot more mobile and can get out in front of that type of a play.
They'll try and run it in with Bell. Able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1.
Well, the spotlight hit him once already tonight as he got into the end zone. He was trying to make it a double spotlight, wasn't he?
But credit the defense, bottling him up, not letting him get in for the second score there. 2nd and goal, the lone man in the backfield, Le'Veon Bell. They get it to him running left. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. Le'Veon Bell. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Jets will extend their lead. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how we're going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
Hey, high 7.
Mayfield now from the 50. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. Well, interceptions have been a problem in this one. If he could have gotten his feet down here, it would have been another.
Would have been a huge one. They've had a great game taking the ball away. Thought they had another one, just unable to get those cleats in bounds.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. A good play there as the Browns strike for 16 and a 1st down. 1st down, Mayfield. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
To throw on 2nd and 10, Mayfield. He'll get the 1st down and more inside the 20. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
From the red zone now, Mayfield. And finding the tight end Hooper. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. 15 more there, and they're on a roll ball. It's another first down. Defensively here, you've got the cushion, but back-to-back pretty big pass plays there. Bend but don't break, but are they bending too much?
I think that they are. To me, it'd be like playing basketball, and you put up a token press. Make sure you get up there and make them eat up some time. Make it a little bit of resistance so they can't just run it right down your throat.
He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be second and goal. Baker Mayfield, as a rookie, 3 times he led the Browns back to victory in the fourth quarter. And he's in. Touchdown, Browns. Andy Janovich, his first touchdown of the new season, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter.
Browns 17.
So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand-new ball game. And now look at the situation. You got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They're going to run the jet sweep on 3rd down. They get the first. The decision to run on 3rd and medium winds up being a good one.
Well, partner, if we had their entire playbook in front of us, I'm not sure we would have picked out that play as the one to run in that situation. How about the guts of the offensive coordinator? Dialing that one up into great success.
Now a first down carry by Bell. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively they burn it here with 1:51 left. Got to figure the rush is going to be fierce again as they come up 2nd and 13.
Hey, orbit.
Instead of running, Darnold's going to throw this thing. Caught here by Griffin. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
29 is Mike 29.
Now Darnold. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Denzel Ward right there in coverage to get the hand in.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Quinnen Williams brings him down, and that's a play he's going to remember. The first sack of his NFL career. He's back to throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down. Back-to-back big plays defensively. First the sack. Now they force the incompletion on third and long. Things looking pretty good for them.
And this is where they have to be careful because they've got the momentum going their way. They will be really amped up to get to the quarterback. Look out. Draw, screen, something that can be used against them.
They'll look to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. It's a gain of 20 and picking up the first. He'll look to throw. And he's got the hook up to Landry. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. The Browns will quickly use their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go.
Just like that. Check three.
Back to throw. He's going to let it fly. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Odell Beckham with time running out. And the Browns have taken the lead. Extra point by Seibert up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Let's go. The Jets take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. One possession game. Time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation? Well, and he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. Well, the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. The first carry for Trenton Cannon. And from the 15, they're able to work this up to the 20 for a pickup of a handful. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock. Darnold now to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game. Down 4 late. Got to go for it here on 4th down.
51, Mike 51. Here we go. Oh, 90. 31, check 31. Check 26, check 26. And 80. Check 24, check 24.
And here we go on 4th. Darnold. Looking for Perriman there. He's got him. And he will finally go out of bounds just shy of the 40. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
No.
Anunwa's got it, complete. And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds.
At the 34-yard line. A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and
3. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
51 for Mike, boy. 51.
One last throw now for Darnold. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. Well, Charles, a pretty exhilarating finish to the end of this ball game. At the end, the Hail Mary prayers, though, they went unanswered. Could have won it, but couldn't get it done.
Almost fell schoolyard or playground, didn't it? You remember when you called that play? Everybody just go long and try and find someone open. They gave it a shot, but unable to successfully complete it.
So for Cleveland, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Jets, they'll fall to 1-1. And they'll look to get back in the winning column next week as they head to Foxborough to face off against the New England Patriots.